was totally unwarranted, was completely intentional, and was truly unjustified.
You'll find that Ray Tenzing's actions were justified.
Evidence in the Ray Tenzing murder trial is laid out for the jury today. Good evening, everybody. The jury heard two very different takes on what happened that hot July day when the former UC officer shot Samuel DuBose.
The defense says Tenzing was tangled in DuBose's car that was speeding away. The prosecution says Tenzing is a liar, and the evidence proves murder. Local 12's Deb Dixon was in the courtroom. She joins us now live with more on what the jury heard today. Deb?
Yeah, hi, Cammie. If I were the jury, I'd be confused and anxiously awaiting to see that video. I believe this is going to be in the eye of the beholder. What will jurors see when they see that body cam video? Both sides agree on one thing. Ray Tenzing was doing what the university wanted UC police to do, patrol off campus. That's where Tenzing was when he stopped Sam DuBose. The license plate on his car came back to someone whose license was suspended. That's how it all started. It turned deadly quickly.
You will witness how Tenzing pulled his gun and how he had it moving towards the head of Sam DuBose prior to the car even moving an inch.
Deters told the jury Tenzing reached into the car when he thought DuBose was going to drive off. He said Tenzing lied about what happened next.
How he was being dragged along the pavement by his left arm. False. How he claimed his body was almost pulled parallel to the ground. False. His feet were dragging along the blacktop. False.
Deters says it's all clear on the video that will be broken down by an expert.
He stood here and told you about every lie that he sees in that tape, and I would submit to you that nothing that he just described to you is what is actually on that tape.
Defense attorney Stu Matthews says the body cam video shows Ray pinned to the windowsill as DuBose accelerates.
While all this is going on, DuBose is mashing the accelerator, and Tenzing's body is being twisted, and you'll be able to see it twisted, and he's going down, and he's not grabbing for a seatbelt to try to keep DuBose from getting away. He's grabbing for a seatbelt to try to keep himself from getting thrown on the ground and thrown under that car.
Murder or justified?
Not only was there no weapon in or about the car being driven by Sam DuBose, there was never any claim by Tenzing that he thought he had a gun.
Well, I will concede that Sam DuBose did not have a gun. He did not ever indicate he had a gun, but I will not concede that he did not have a weapon. He had a 3,000-pound car that he turned into a weapon.
So you can see this whole vast interpretation of what's in that video. Was the car just moving a few feet, or was it speeding along with tires squealing, as the defense says? One thing about Tenzing, he never changed his story. He could have said, I freaked out and I accidentally pulled the trigger. He has always said over and over again that he shot him because he was afraid for his life, and that is the only legal way a police officer can use deadly force. Cammie?
And Deb, I know you said earlier that the jury has not yet seen that video. Any sense of when they might see it?
Well, they will see the video tomorrow, but not broken down frame by frame like the prosecution has promised. That's going to be a major part. And then when Tenzing testifies, when he explains why he pulled that trigger, that's going to be another huge point in this trial.
All right, Deb Dixon, we know you'll be there to cover it for us. Thank you. And a handful of protesters were outside the courthouse again today. The group Black Lives Matter says it will be there during the Tenzing trial to show solidarity with the family of Samuel DuBose and to show that the community is watching the trial.